Hi, I'm Michelle, the computer lady, with Nicole at Cellbotics, and we want to talk about smoking and the effects it has on our electronic devices, computers, tablets, cell phones. What normally happens when we talk about that, the rosins or the tars and nicotines, they come through the computer, they come through the vents, and they settle on the electronic board. And what they do is they cause electrostatic discharge throughout the board. So the electricity is actually flowing other places than it should be on that piece of equipment. Now, I know that you read an article about it. What did it say, Nicole?
So it says a circuit board is a flat piece of epoxy and fiberglass bonded to a thin sheet of conductive copper. The copper connects electronic components mounted on it into a functional circuit. The board is a good electrical insulator, but when smoke settles on it, tiny electrical currents flow where they normally should not, particularly in high-frequency circuits in radios, televisions, cell phones, and computers. These unwanted currents cause the equipment to behave erratically. Your computer may reboot itself for no apparent reason, overheat, and other things.
Well, what I've seen, because number one, I've gone to people's houses, my computer's really slow. Those vents, because computers have to breathe, those chips have to get air. If they don't get air, they get clogged. What you'll do is you'll see it start to go slower and slower and slower, and it'll totally shut down. Wow. Now, the other thing is, think about it. If you go to somebody's house that smokes, the benzene is in the walls. Well, that same benzene gets inside of our electronic equipment and causes it to malfunction.
So all these gamers who have these expensive Alienware computers and they're smoking and gaming,
they're taking 2 to 3 years of life off of computers.
Wow. And some of these computers are extremely expensive.
$4,000 or $5,000. And wow. That's what I tell people. Everybody, this is something that we've been talking about in the industry for some years. Smoking and electronics don't go together.
Wow.
Because it shortens the life of your electronics. But that's the other reason why we tell everybody, make sure that you get your electronics, have the maintenance every year.
Yeah, it also says, before the 1990s, computer hard drives were dishwasher-sized devices with their own air filters. Dust and smoke particles caused catastrophic damage to their internal mechanisms. Though current hard drives are sealed, their circuit boards are partially exposed. So you could actually have more damage to the newer ones than back when it was older, because it did have its own ventilation and air filters. So that's interesting. Wow.
Well, let's think about it, and let's talk about this. Computers are getting smaller, right?
Yeah.
So it's easier to clog up the vents.
I'm going to see if I can find some photos of computers and phones with smoking open, so we'll kind of flash those in as we're talking.
Oh, I did one when I used to live in Vegas. Mm-hmm. I've done some here because I can't go to people's houses and smoke. I just can't do it.
Yeah.
I had to take it outside. It took me 2 days to just take everything and clean it off.
Wow.
Because it had so much tar and nicotine on all the surfaces, externally and internally. And they also had a pet on top of that. So you've got the rosin and the pet hair. Now, just like us, it's electrostatic. So it's doing so much damage to the computer.
Wow. Okay, so, if you don't have another reason not to smoke, other than your health, think about your computer's health, your cell phone's health, all that money you've spent on that electronic. I mean, you should stop smoking anyways, but I used to smoke years ago and I quit about 8 years ago, cold turkey, and I feel amazing, and I've gotten some of my life back. So if you're not too worried about your own health, but maybe you can think about not smoking around your electronics, so then, you're not destroying it, especially those very expensive items that you have that are getting destroyed by that.
The new iMac tower, anywhere from $25,000 to $55,000. Do you really want to smoke around that?
Oh my God.
Exactly.
I'm smoking around my cell phone, and my cell phone is what, $1,500? No way. No way. So, okay, all right, guys, stop smoking, or at least don't smoke around your electronics. If you're a technician, we teach you how to fix these things in class. This is just another example of something you'd run into when you're doing a service call for someone, or someone walks into your shop, or wherever it may be that you run into the customer. And please like and subscribe. And if you have any suggestions on topics, we would love to hear from you. And check us out at cellbotics.com if you want to become a technician and get certified and get some real good hands-on training.